Hey guys, BV Matson here, and another video. We're gonna keep diving in. We're starting to install new parts. This time, let's put the new coils in. Okay, we got two brand new coils to install, and got these from Common Motor. Again, these aren't real cheap, but mandatory. All right, especially on this bike, because this is what we're working with right now. It's a mess. Totes crust. All right, it's going to take a lot of cleanup. In fact, I think this thing's going to have to soak pretty hard in some deep creep, the sea foam deep creep. I've been having great luck using this stuff. I actually do like it. A guy at a auto parts store suggested it to me. Here's your condenser. Just for those of you who don't know, this is your condenser. And then this is your coil. There's actually two condensers in here. If you look real close, there's two of them. So there's one basically for each of the coils, okay? These things, look at these screws. They ain't gonna move. And thank God I got my JIS screwdriver because I'm definitely gonna need it. The other thing that you're gonna need, so when you look at your coils, this is where your spark plug boot is. If you're changing your coils, buy new boots. So I got new spark plug boots right here, and we'll install those as well on this video. Now, one thing I will say is I can about guarantee these screws ain't gonna move. So let's just hit these right away with some deep creep, and then we're probably gonna just walk away. Hit all of them. You've got two on top for your condensers, and then one on each side of the coil. Wow, that one was really bad. Like, look at this. Oh, man, look at that mess. All these screws are going to have to get cleaned up. All right, everything's going to have to get cleaned up. I'm going to go in from the bottom. Hopefully that can help me out a little bit, too. Yeah, I'm just going to, this thing's going to have to sit for a while. I'm probably just, go hang out, go watch some Netflix or something for a little while and let the deep creep do its work, because, let's just try, just for the hell of it. Let's see if we can turn one of these. Nope. Nope, that ain't gonna move. I should have sprayed these down days ago. Honestly, I knew I had to do it. And I just totally didn't do it. Because the one thing about these coils is that they don't come with new screws. So I don't want to break my screws on this. I really don't want to break these screws out. Let's try these condenser ones at least. Not so worried about the condenser because I don't need the condenser because I'm doing an electronic ignition on this one. If you do an electronic ignition, you basically just ditch this entire part. So you just get rid of the condenser part. Either of these gonna move? Nope. Oof. These are gonna be tough. Might be looking for some new bolts, guys. That is quite possible. I mean, look at this. Look how bad that is. See those? Look at this. I think this bolt is actually made out of rust. Yeah, when I put my screwdriver in there, it just collapses. Oh boy, that's not good. All right, spraying it down. I'm walking away. I'm not going to get too overzealous right now. This is going to be, it's going to be one of those deals. Might end up being a vice grip deal. We'll see. All right, guys, it's been sitting for a while under the deep creep. I actually sat all week, was out on the road. So now let's see if we can get this bad boy apart. In order to do that, I've got my impact driver and my hammer. And again, here's the condenser. I'm not going to need the condenser. Let's see if we get lucky here. All right, that one turned. Let's go to this one. Oh, that one turned easy. This deep creep worked really well. So we're going to get the condenser out of the way. Not going to need that anymore. It looks pretty crusty anyway. Who knows if it's good, though. We can probably test it, make sure it's all good to go. Basically, we're just going to lift that up. And there you go. There is your condenser. If I wanted to go back to points, I definitely can. I actually have a brand new condenser from the 1970 CB project. I was going to rebuild that and go straight back to points, but then I ended up, putting the shockwave from Common Motor into that. So I ended up with a new condenser. So I've got 3 condensers in my collection. Now the hard ones. What we're gonna do is hope like hell that we can get these bad boys out of here. These two, and then these two. There's two more here. So let's see if we can get these to go. Put that in there. Let's give her some wax. All right. No, that didn't go. That did not go. I think it stripped out the screw. Oh, let's try it again. Really wailing on it. Nope, that one's not going to go. How about this one? How about that one? Let's see if we can get this one to go. Okay, that one came. Nope, that one didn't go either. Oh, man, we're striking out here. Let's try this side. All of these screws are just nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty stuff. Let's try this one. Let's see if we can get it. Have to kind of twist this wire out of the way. Again, I got new wires that I'm going to put on it. Come on, let's get lucky on one of these. Nope. Nope. This is going to be a project, guys. This is going to be a project. They're not going to come. Nope, it's just stripping these out. They're just too corroded. Oh, it's a bummer. Well, let's see if we can get the condenser bracket off. This one just turned. This one just turned all the way out, so we'll get that. That's a real bummer, though. This one I'm going to have to hit. Yeah, these screws aren't as corroded as those other ones, so these are coming out pretty good. Here's our bracket, and we've got our condenser, so we'll put that over there. Now, I guess it's vice grip time. We're going to have to get in here. All right, so the deep creep didn't get her done, so next best thing I can think of is clamp on this vice grip. There, that broke it loose. Should have almost just done this right away, because now I don't know if these screws are reusable. So that's a real bummer. Let's see if we can get this one to go. Come on. Guess I could clean them up and notch them. Yeah, there, got that one to go. You know, guys, if you're going to do this, maybe crack them loose first. Might be able to save these screws, but I don't know, man. They're not good. That's what your screw looks like right there. A little lock washer on it. Let's get this side. Yeah, this one's completely stripped out. Give her another turn with the vice grip. I know we got it to turn. Come on. Yeah, just a stubborn one. Just a stubborn one. All right, now we finally got it. Now we can move over to the other side. Save those. Those are exactly the same. And let's flip her around. These are going to be a little bit tighter. A little bit tougher to get at for sure, but it can be done. So first things first, we're going to go here. We're going to flip this little wire holder out. Get that pushed out of the way. Get the wire out. Move it away. Get as much room as we possibly can. Get our little vice grip in here. Clamp her on. Come on. Oh, a little bit tight. There we go. And we got it. Yep, should have used the vice grips right away instead of just cranking away on it like that with the impact driver. So lesson learned. Ain't no big thing. Let's see if we can get this out. Barely. Yeah, there's just barely any of that screw head in there left. But once you take these screws out, this whole thing's going to come right apart. All right. So just pay note to what we're looking at here. We've got the screw, okay? Then we got the wire holder. So there's the screw and the wire holder. Goes in just like this on top of the post. And now this one just pops right out. Here's our old coil. Old bad boy with the spark plug boot on it. So there's one. We got that. Now let's move over to this side. See if we can get this one. Again, there's a wire holder here. And flip that up. Again, trying not to break the little holders. I'd hate to have to buy new ones of those. And we'll get wire pushed out of the way. Get our vice grip out. Oops, and then let's try get on that. Oh, whoop, and there was the deep creep, and that one broke free too. Yeah, shoot, man. Should have just wailed on it with the impact driver. I should have just went this route right away, because it's totally loose. And we'll do that. I think what I'll end up doing is getting the old Dremel out and maybe, you know, de-rusting these bolts and then just cutting in some slots. That way I don't have to wait for the, you know, mail to come and bring me some new bolts. Again, it's gonna be, you know, another 3-4 days before I get these coils on, and that's not ideal. I want to keep making progress on this bike. So there, I got it nice and loose. I should be able to get this to go. There we go. Yeah, there's just enough thread on, or head on that left. So pull that out. Come on. There we go. And there's our wire holder for this side. There's our coil. Boom, coils are off. So that's good. All the different parts are there. And then all that's left is this little bracket. So let's go out, clean this bad boy up. All right, grab the safety goggles. And get some power going to your grinder. That would help. Let's clean this up. All right, there you go. Looks pretty damn good to me. Much better than what it was looking like, right? So, bracket for the coils, nice and clean. All right, back in the shop, and while we wait for the evaporust to do its thing, or before I go and start grinding and cutting on stuff, let's install the boots. All right, one important thing to remember is grab this first little piece, put this on the cord before you put the boot on. That's going to be important moving forward because you're going to need it. All right, you're going to need this on there. So we're going to just put that on there for now, just like that. Then if you look inside, there's a little, you know, like a screw inside the cap. Look at your cord, all right? You want to get that right on there. And just make sure, actually I need to get this on here just a little bit more. Go to the Marvel Mystery Oil here. Just kind of lube this up just a little bit. Make that thing slide on there a little bit easier. There we go. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Slid on. That gives me a little bit of room to work. All right. Now again, just take your point. Slide that on. Want to make sure it makes contact with the wire inside. And just slowly, oops, slowly start screwing that on. Okay. Slowly. You need a lot of pressure to kind of break through it. But once you get it, it's going to have some grip, some real grip. So just going to twist it till we really bottom out on it. Yeah, I think that'll do her. Bam. Then all you're going to do is slide this piece right back up on the cord. Come on. There we go. And now we've got that connector protected from the elements. It'll slide all the way up. That is good. And then just take your cap, the other cap, pop that on. There you go. There we've got a new wire on our coil. Need to go ahead and do the other one now. All right, got both my boots on now. Just the only thing to remember really is that this little indentation here, these little slower ones, that's where that condenser was. So by looking at that, we know that the spark plug cables and all the wiring go here. So we're just going to set that into place here. Get that ready to go. We'll take our other one. And with common motor, when you buy them, there's not like a left and right specific. So you just need to drop them in, basically. and then we'll route the wires once we get the wire holders put in place. So not left to right specific in this case. In fact, the colors are exactly the same. So keep track of that when you're putting the bike back together. But anyway, this is all that's going to happen. Need to clean up those bolts. I'm going to let the Evaporust do its thing for a while. Then we'll come back and we'll get back to work. All right, guys, let's keep going. Ran to the hardware store and bought some fresh bolts for the coils. So let's just do it. Wasn't going to wait around. Also got some new little locking nuts. Now, these were 5mm by 80 thread on these, and they had them. They were pretty readily available. So let's go ahead and drop these bad boys on. Just going to take our locking washer, put that on here, and let's see. I'm going to hold off. Get this one on. Yes, and the threads match. And we're going to grab this one here. Drop this one on here. The only thing left to do is we got to go clean up those little wire stays that we had. So I'm just going to loosely put these in place. Just make sure my nuts and bolts work out just fine. Just couldn't put those crusty old bolts on here. So there, that's in place. That's in place. Give these a little snug up. And then time to clean up those little wire stays. All right, just heading back out to the wire wheel to clean up these crusty wire stays. All right, again, safety goggles are on. So let's just clean them up. All right, feeling pretty good about this. We got nice new shiny wire stays. Excellent. All right, back at it. We got our nice new shiny stays. We're going to grab a locking nut. We're going to grab this. And we're going to carefully, let's see, I believe it goes like this. I believe it goes on the inside. That would make sense. Actually, I'm just going to go to the side where the wires are coming out on the coil. So they're actually going to be kind of going the same direction on both of these. So we'll get that in place. And let's move that down. Get that in position. Give that a nice tighten her down. Nice and tight. Come back to the back side. Get that one nice and tight. Same deal, grab a locking nut. Grab our wire stay. Put that on. Kind of move that wire out of the way. Looks like it's going to be easier to go from this side. So I'm just going to drop that in just like that. Hold that. Glad I went and just bought these new bolts today. Makes sense. Cost $5 for the new bolts and washer or and locking nuts. We're just going to put this home. And that's going to be new coils for the 1971 CL350. Come on over to the back. Tighten that down nice. And all I'm going to do is grab these wires, pull those through, give this a nice crimp, come back in with my needle nose, and kind of the same story over here. Grab these, pull this back up, just like that. Now, we don't want to go too tight because we definitely don't want to perforate the insulation on the wires. I'm just going to come over here, give this, make sure my wires are out of the way, give that a nice little crimp. Same thing on this side. Give that a nice little crimp. I think it goes a little harder on this one. Again, just want to make sure you're not crimping your wires, getting them jacked up. Just like that. Come around here, give it a nice crimp. There you go. Got a brand new set of coils, ready to rock on the bike. Oh, it looks so good. Look at it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Getting ready. Getting ready. We're getting close, guys. I hope you found the video helpful. If so, please subscribe. It means a lot. And also, thumbs up the videos that you enjoy. Helps a lot for people to find the videos. Also, follow along Instagram and Twitter at BV Matson. I'm pretty stoked. Here it is. Baby's going to slide right on the bike. We're going to be good to go. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.